Hello, welcome back to Let's Play the Journeyman Project 2, Buried in Time. As you can see, we still can't eat, and we never will be able to, but... let's see here. We are going back to the Amarax Station one last time, because there is an well, there's nothing there really that's important to gameplay, but we can basically take the path we took the first time, but now with Arthur, and he will give us some additional insight to that section of the station. He'll also get a little cranky, but you'll see why in a bit. So let's go! We'll bring Arthur out right away. And little cheese girl our way in. I'm actually curious, because I don't think I've ever done this. Because I want to see, does he issue... Okay.
Emergency door release initiated. Please stand by.
So he automatically issues the override after the first time, so if for whatever reason you had to go back, it would just automatically open. Okay, I don't think there's anything there. We have... Okay, this is the passageway to the science wing, and then these were the crew berths. He's got nothing to say about that, but he does have something about this.
This used to be the kitchen and the gravity gym. Part of it's still intact, but this door looks dead.
Pressure variance too great. Door may not be opened until pressure is equalized.
Yeah, I think it says here foam seal. Nah, I can't read upside down. I'll have to look at that later. But basically, it sounds like because of the damage, rather, it's from the damage more than the pressure so much that it's sealed.
Hey, I thought you were anxious to find your distortion ripple. You've already been through here, and the only thing this way is me. And frankly, meeting myself might not be that healthy. You know how they say the things you hate most in others are the things you hate in yourself? Well, this guy's beginning to get on my nerves.
And that is why Arthur gets cranky. But...
That always seemed to work in Scooby-Doo.
That's me? That's not me.
This is the station's power source. All those big Tylenols store the charge collected by the solar sails and distribute them to various parts of the station. I guess I'm looking at my end here. When that blue glow fades, so will I. Or at least one of me. God, I feel like a saved game. Look, you're running out of oxygen. The only way to recharge here means blocking off the way to get to my sculptures. I don't know why you're wasting your time here. Most of your oxygen supply is depleted, so you're gonna have to jump back to where we arrived again.
So, I guess I haven't gotten rid of you after all. You just pop up in different spots, like whatever pops up in different spots. So, is corrupting my work not enough? Back to finish the job? What?
Gage, be honest with me. Does my voice really sound that dorky?
he's experiencing,
And I thought I was being rescued. I'm breathing my last breaths here, and I get visited by Guido, the space family. Come all this way to tamper with my sculptures. What are you, an art critic?
he's experiencing hearing...
What do? Travel around space looking for derelict crafts so you can terrorize the survivors by redecorating while they're helpless? What'd you do, bring a spray can too?
Look, if you're here to rescue me, fine. Just get on with it. If you're gonna add insult to injury by messing with my work, I can do without it, okay? Just leave me here to die in peace with my
He's experiencing hearing himself from, like, another source for the first time. Like, when I do Let's Plays, I have to listen to myself. There we go. I forgot how many times he interrupts you here. Alright.
What do you want? What do you want?
So this is a document. Because we already have the metal bar in our inventory, it's not located here, so we didn't have to pick it up a second time. We can see Arthur has nothing else to really say. There's more of the so-called Tylenols, which I guess are just battery packs that store the energy from the solar arrays. Or the fusion generator. I don't know if it's more solar powered or fusion generator, because I thought they used some of the hydrogen from the ice mining process for the reactor, but weird. The station didn't give us the warnings that we got the first time coming through here.
Okay, this is the docking bay. The hex pads, as Mom keeps reminding us, are localized gravity repulsors that allow us to move cargo around the hold. I'm sure you had fun in here the first time, but this is really not the time to play Twister.
So basically what he's saying is, because each of these pads is like a localized gravity field, or can have its own localized gravity field, it can basically make cargo lighter as you pass over it. Or at least that's what I would assume. So basically it would feel like you're pushing less.
You seem different somehow. Unlike before, your patterns, you're more curious, like you don't really know what you're doing here, do you? You're not the same intruder.
I like how he apparently never got around to repainting all the Magellan Corporation stuff from when he purchased the station.
So, why are you here? Are you looking for something? Me?
This way. Beautiful environment. Nice to see it from different locations, for once. Normally, I don't like to look around in here because I don't want to lose my bearings, but you can see a hatch there. Here's the bay. They got some containers on the ground. And it's kind of interesting, too, how much, like, from this perspective versus where we started, the bay actually looks very similar. Which, I mean, I guess makes sense, you know, but it makes it easy to lose your bearings, you know, because it looks so similar. Like, if I didn't know...
I don't know why I feel this, but I guess I have an instinct about you. My other guest didn't feel right. You're different somehow. Like I should trust you.
Why am I letting him talk over me? We listened to this before. But in any case, if it weren't for, like, this, I wouldn't, you know, unless you had a very good memory and remembered that when you started, the containers were flip-flop, you might think that you had somehow wound up back where you started. So... Well, we are almost done here. Because this is where our journey ends.
Have you been listening to me or what? I'm trying to help you out here. If we go into that room, I'm going to end up meeting myself. And I don't know how I'll take it. The other me. Oh, you know what I mean. At the least, it'll end up affecting one of my sculptures, and then you'll have more than a ripple on your hands. So, for your own good, if you don't jump us out of here, I will.
And he will. If you click on that door, he will initiate an auto recall. But I like Arthur, and I don't want to make him angry, so we'll recall ourselves. Because my intent going there is I had no intention of meeting the OG Arthur again. I just like the extra insight he gives about the station. He won't, if you do that again, he won't repeat his dialogue, and he will still auto jump you out if you click on that door. So, Now, one more thing, which is probably best to put it in this episode rather than devote a full episode to it. But we need to make a little bit of a side trip to Chichen Itza here. I'm not going to read the briefing, and we're going to have Arthur off this whole time. And we're going to have our translate file chip off this whole time because I do not want... And honestly, maybe I should have grabbed this first. But there is something we're going to need in order to complete all the time zones expediently. Oh, what is it? This is 1, 2... Yeah, so I want that. We're going to grab that. We're not looking at anything. See no evil, hear no evil. Don't want to trigger any dialogue or anything. Oh! Shit, I thought that was the right combination. Okay, so bonus death screen, apparently. Well, in that case, then we will be right back. At the very least, it gives you an idea of the score screen. Gosh, I thought it was... Maybe it was 5... I don't know. I guess I'll have to use the biotrip. But I swore you could have changed it with just... one. The death artwork, honestly, like much like the first game, is really like, honestly, this is kind of the best part of the game. Well, it's not the best part of the game, but it's one of the most beautiful parts of the game. So you can see this is the scoring breakdown. It's a fixed scoring system like Pegasus Prime. It's not based on time, so there is a fixed maximum score. Hints cost you 50 points each, as you can see, which is why I've not been taking them. Critical evidence is each worth 1,000. We have Arthur's sculpture, which is one of the 4. Each time zone has 1 piece of critical evidence. There is also supporting evidence, which is worth 500. Now, the supporting evidence you are allowed to miss because that does not... you are not required to get that for the ending of the game. Puzzles solved is just exactly what it says on the tin. So, like, I think grabbing the metal bar that is blocking the doorway, keeping you from pressurizing the capacitance array. That's a puzzle. Exchanging the dots with Arthur's to unlock Arthur. That's a puzzle. So that's what that is. It's important to note in walkthrough mode, you will not be able. You will have a reduced score because some of the puzzles are either auto solved or removed, so you don't get credit for that. Now, this research bonus we actually get from, that's basically doing, well, it's what it says on the tin, research. So when we do research, either of the time zone or like research that would actually help you understand what's going on, whether in regards to the conspiracy or just the workings of the time zone, you get points for that. So because we watch all the INN stuff, we have 8 there. I believe reading Gage's notes on his journeys counts as research, and you'll see a few more opportunities for research in the time zones themselves. And then the completion bonus is obviously for completing the game. So with that, we'll be right back after these messages. Alright, so let's try this again. Let's activate our Samco. Oh, I turned it the wrong way. God damn it. Alright. Anyways, I'll explain this puzzle later when we properly go through the time zone. But basically, you have to set that to... There we go. You have to set that to what they consider a holy date. You know what? We'll leave the skull for now. But, where is it? Have to watch. Oh, there it is. This is what we came here for. Copper medallion. There we go. So now we're back. We have the copper medallion. I also took the liberty of grabbing another cheese girl because I want to experiment with something later with that. And I'm also just a pack rat when it comes to adventure games, taking everything that's not nailed down. Because, hey, we can, as a member of the Temporal Research Division, we can bring this back to the future and, like, put it in a museum or something once it's served its historical purpose. In any case, the description for this is copper medallion. This Mayan medallion was likely worn during religious ceremonies. It is made of pure copper, and this will be very important for the next time zone, as you'll see. But that, I believe, is going to be all for today. Uh-oh. Did I hit that? Okay. Alright. So with that, let us save... Where are we at? 09 now? Yeah. So with that, thank you all for watching, and stay tuned for next time, and stay safe out there, and we'll see you then.